Hello friend, in this video you are about to learn this type of animation. So first we have to create this type of scene. You can see it. So let's start it with new scene. Press Shift A, under mesh, select cylinder. Now click on this add cylinder option, then change its vertex value, that is 16. Now switch to edit mode, turn on face selection mode, select this top face, then holding shift select bottom face. Now press X and delete these faces. Now press A to select everything. Now press S, then Z and scale little bit on Z axis like this. Now press S, then shift Z and just scale something like this. Now turn on this S selection mode. Now press shift Z for X-ray mode. Now select top edge like this. Then press S and scale something like this. Now press A to select everything, then press Shift D, then right click to confirm this. Now press S, then press Shift Z and scale something like this. Now double click on this edge, then press G, then Z and just move little bit on Z axis like this. Now press Shift Z for disable X-ray mode. Now we have to fill this gap. So double click on this edge, holding Shift, double click on this edge. Then click on this edge menu and select here bridge edge loops. But you can see this type of glitch. It means there is some normal problems. So to know this, click on this arrow and enable here face orientation. Now you can see here that this face has red color and this face has blue color. So we have to change its color. So double click on this face to select all the faces, then click on this mesh. Under normal, select here recalculate inside. Now click on this arrow and disable this face orientation. Turn on this edge selection mode, then double click on this edge, holding shift, double click on this edge, click on this edge menu and select here bridge edge loops. Now we have to also fill this. So double click on this edge. Now press F to fill this. Double click on this edge. Now press F to fill. Now we have to add loop cuts. So press Ctrl R and give loop cuts like this. Now press Ctrl R, again give loop cuts like this. Now turn on face selection mode and we have to select alternative face. So click on this face, holding shift, click on this face. Now press shift control, now press plus like this. Now right click and select here extrude faces along normals and just extrude like this. And you can also play with this value. Now we have to apply subdivision surface modifier on it. So click on this modifier properties, then click on this add modifier and select here subdivision surface modifier. Increase level viewport value, that is 3, and also increase render value, that is also 3. Now you can see this type of glitch. So we have to add some loop cuts. So first disable this modifier, then press Ctrl R and just give loop cuts like this. Again press Ctrl R, give loop cuts like this. Now we have to also add loop cuts here. So press Ctrl R and give 2 loop cuts like this. Press Ctrl R and give loop cuts here like this. Now turn on face selection mode. Select this face. Holding shift, select this face. Now press I and insert this face. Now enable this modifier and you can see something like this. So right click and select here shade smooth. Then click on this object data properties. Expand this normal and enable here auto smooth. Now apply this modifier. Now press G then Z and move on Z axis like this. Now press Shift A and add plane as a floor and scale little bit by pressing S. Now press Ctrl A and apply here scale. Now select this glass. Now we have to add some material on it. So switch to shading workspace. Now click on this new and we have to delete this principal BSDF node. Now press Shift A and search here glass BSDF. Connect this point with this surface point. Now you can see something like this. So first switch to render preview mode. Now we have to add lights. So for lighting we have to use HDRI image. So click on this world properties. Under this color click on this yellow icon. Then click on this environment textures. Open this folder and select HDRI image. Then click on this open image. Now we have this light. Now click on this render properties and enable here ambient occlusion and also enable this screen space reflection. Expand this option and also enable this refraction option. Now under this flame also enable transparent so there will be no any background. Under this color management option and under this view transform select here standard. For shadows expand this shadows option, uncheck this soft shadow and enable here high bit depth and also change its resolution that is 2048. Still you can see that this is not transparent. So reason it is select this then click on this material properties then enable here screen space refraction. Now you can see that this is transparent. You can change its color little bit like this and also create new material. I will explain it where we have to use it and under this icon select this material. Now copy this material by clicking on this icon and change its color something like dark. Now select this floor then click on this new and for this floor you can use textures. So select this principal BSDF then press shift Ctrl T and open your texture setup. Then press A to select all the textures. Then click on this principal texture setup. Now we can see it has nice textures. Now switch to layout workspace. Now select this glass. Then click on this edit. Then click on this preferences. Click on this add-on and search here cell fracture add-on. Enable this add-on. Then close this window. Now click on this object. Then click on this quick effect and select here cell fracture. Holding shift, click on this on vertex and change its source limit that is 8 and also change its material that is 1. Now click on this OK. Now we have this nice cracked glass. Right click and under this set origin, select here origin to geometry. Now select this cylinder which is glass, you can see it, and you can also see cylinder underscore cells. It means these are cracked glass. So we have to add physics on it. So select this cylinder, then holding shift, select this first cylinder. Now press Ctrl, then click on this cylinder, so it will be active object. Now press Ctrl P and select here second option, that is object key transform option. When you move this cylinder, you can see that everything is moving. Now press N for this side panel, then click on this item. Make sure you are at first keyframe, then right click on this X location and select here insert single keyframe. Change keyframe value something like 55 and you can take whatever you want and change its location, that is 4. Then right click and select here insert single keyframe. Now press space bar and you can see this type of animation. Also move it on Z axis like this. Now expand this cylinder option. Now select this cylinder, then holding shift select this cylinder. Now click on this physics properties, then click on this rigid body. Now we have to animate it. So make sure you are at first keyframe, enable this animated option, then click on this icon. Now change keyframe value, that is 56. Now click on this icon. Now change keyframe value, that is 57. Now disable this animated option, then click on this icon. Now click on this object and under this rigid body select here copy from active. Now press space bar. You can see something like this. You can see that this piece is moving and other are not moving. So reason is this, we have to apply animation on this. So press Ctrl L and select here link animation data. Now press space bar and we have this nice animation. Now select this floor, then click on this physics properties, then click on this rigid body and under this type change from active to passive. Now press space bar and we have something like this. Now press Shift A and add here camera and adjust your scene position, then press Ctrl Alt 0. Now click on this view and enable here lock camera to view and you can adjust position something like this. Now we have to animate render properties. So select first cylinder which is not cracked. Make sure you are at first keyframe. Then keep mouse cursor on this camera icon. Then press I and add keyframe on it. Now change keyframe value, that is 55. Now press I. Now change keyframe value, that is 56. Now disable this render option. Now press I. Now we have to also animate this cylinder's properties. So click on the cylinder, holding shift, click on this cylinder. This cylinder will be invisible from 1 to 55. After 55, it will be visible in render. So make sure you are at first keyframe, then click on this icon. Now press I. Now right click and select here copy to selected. Now change keyframe value, that is 55. Again press I, then right click and select here copy to selected. Now change keyframe value, that is 56. Now enable this render option, then press I, then right click and select here copy to selected. Now render properties is animated. Now press 0 for camera view. Now turn on render preview mode and you can see that it has no any shadows. So press shift A, under light, select here area lamp. Now press 0, then press G, then Z and move on Z axis like this. Now press G, then X and move on X axis like this. Now press R to rotate like this. Now press 0 for camera view. Now click on this object data properties and increase its power. Also rotate little bit like this. And you can see that it has shadows. Before rendering, click on this scene properties. Expand this rigid body world option. Under this cast, click on this bake all dynamics. Now click on this output properties and under this output select your output path and under this file format select FFmpeg videos. Expand this encoding option and under this output qualities select here high qualities. Now press Ctrl plus F12 for render animation. I hope you learned something from this video. Leave your comments and subscribe this channel.